Warning, the following broadcast contains strong opinions, playful antics, and controversial topics causing off-the-rails fun. Chances for being offended are higher than average for sensitive people. Viewer discretion is not advised. Live a little and have some fun.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Coach's Box.
We had a first tonight.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What was the first?
First in a long, long time.
Okay.
Jarvis beat me here today. Yeah.
Yeah.
It helps.
We've been giving Jason a hard time about it, and you know what? Jason stepped up to the challenge.
It only took 80 episodes.
Now let's be real. When I had another person controlling this show, I was here already.
He liked him better, and that's why he don't like me.
Attitude reflect leadership, Captain.
I didn't coach against him.
Ouch. You sure? I thought he was a coach.
Oh well, that
Oh,
was
my gosh.
100,000 jobs.
I used to be a coach. Anyway, episode 123.
Man.
Yeah, good times, right?
Crazy stuff.
I mean, it's
Hey,
wild.
Each and every week, it's just like, okay, still doing it.
Still doing it. Nobody's come and said, no, hey, wait, you guys can't do this no more.
They've tried.
Well, yeah, well, many have. You know, I hear we got a lot of fake views. Yeah,
Hey, fake views in that over 1,000 views from the Herculaneum Pius football game.
How
Yeah.
awesome is
That
that? And that's,
broadcast.
yeah, and that's not even counting Streamline.
Right?
Yeah, that's just alone on ours.
That's just
Yeah,
YouTube.
just on
I
their YouTube.
don't want to talk about that game.
Yeah.
So thanks to all the viewers that tuned in.
yes. And we had some technical difficulties at the beginning, and
There
so,
were a lot of technical difficulties, and it wasn't coming from the press box.
No, sir.
You know, it wasn't my fault this time.
Yeah, it was.
I will beg to differ. There was a lot of technical difficulties
here we go.
in the press box, and it had to do with the scoreboard that wouldn't work. And then, I don't know, 3 or 4 plays that you guys got an extra 25 seconds on the play clock because everything went dead all of a sudden. And then,
No.
wait,
It was
yes.
flickering.
Oh, it was awful.
No, because they're
Was
actually
God
still
awful.
working on it.
Oh,
They're working on it today.
There's some work that has to be done, yes. They should not be allowed to have
gosh.
another football game over there until it's fixed. We don't even know what time is left on the clock in that game.
You know what, though? Our viewers did because
Yes.
we kept the unofficial clock.
Well, we had it on the sideline on my phone.
All you had to do was
Which was
ask
crazy.
Mr.
Hold
Official.
on. Did you
Well,
ask any of the?
Yeah,
any
we
of
Mr.
asked
White
the
had.
officials,
the-
but
What did they say?
did
I
you
don't
watch
know.
that game?
No,
I think
no.
the officials were having some issues as it was. I didn't want to.
No, they didn't.
Some issues?
No, man, they were getting their exercise.
Oh, my goodness.
They had a lot of that.
I mean, those yellow things were flying everywhere.
No, they were.
Dude, when I looked at my phone to put that time in, because we didn't, because the clock wasn't working,
Right.
and I looked at what time it was, I was like, it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
We're still playing football.
Yeah.
This is the longest game I've ever been a part of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Hey,
was.
that multiple times.
Hey, we counted in the second half. I think you said 5. You guys got to 5 plays in a row without a flag, and I think that was it.
That was all the time. All night.
We had
Oh my!
we had
goodness.
over 100 yards. I think we had 85 or so yards in penalties.
I heard. Did you hear the grand total?
It was 28
28 flags
penalties.
total.
over 300 yards of penalty yardage.
My goodness
Total.
gracious.
Total.
28 penalties.
We had
insane.
more penalties than you guys had. And
it just felt like it didn't matter what team had the ball.
100%.
It was the.
Oof.
I mean, to get into a groove as a quarterback or as a player or even as a coach, as a caller of an offense or a defense,
you didn't know what was going to happen.
No.
Hey, now the first quarter went by, I would say, pretty smoothly, but after that, you talk about grinding to a halt. It was, Jarvis, it was miserable.
Well, it was miserable to call. I can imagine.
You don't know how many text messages I got after the game Friday and said, how many flags were thrown? What in the? He goes, dude, you guys were still playing. It was like 10:30.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing.
I mean, you threw it 95 times. But,
well, we did. Yeah, there was a lot of passes thrown.
But
oh
you know,
gosh.
when you start back and looked at it, like I went back and watched a little bit of it.
Oh, I watched it because I wanted to hear you and McVey on the call. By the way, it was Jarvis that had the ball bounce off his gosh damn chest, not Barr. Down there, you said it was Barr on the air, and I'm like, well, at least everyone thinks it. I'm going to sell him out when I get on there. It wasn't Barr, it was Jarvis that had it bounce off his shoulder pads.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
But you know, when I went back and watched, like, I mean, there was so many penalties that maybe weren't called, that probably should have been called, but the ones that maybe were a little bit kind of could have gone on either way and were called, I was like, goodness
Dude,
gracious, we
I
could have been there
heard
forever.
From both sides, Pius and Herky fans, let them play. Let them. I mean, I was, I get it. And I'm not dissing the refs. It was a lot of penalties.
So it was really not a fun game to watch.
No.
If you're a football fan, it's not a fun game to watch.
Oh, it couldn't have been entertaining unless you get a kick out of going backwards.
And you know,
There were several of them.
we did a lot of that on both ends. You know, it was
Now,
crazy.
Look, the kids are moonwalking again.
Now there was some stupid ones by Pius. Almost handed us the game at the end of the game.
Yes,
Yeah.
they did.
I mean, they get two stupid personal foul penalties, or unsportsmanlike, or whatever they were. They hit Deering, clocked him at the
roughing
end
the passer.
twice, I think it was, and that put us in great. I mean, drawed out that game to the very, very end.
Yeah, I think that your touchdown drive, you guys didn't even have to run a play. You were on your side of the field. And I think it was like 3 penalties in a row, and it took you down to about the 25, and then you went in and scored.
Well, and there was Mike Maloney took the ball away from one of your players and was running the other way, and they blew the whistle.
Yeah, I talked about that on the air. I was like, he's got the ball. Why are they blowing the whistle? And that's when they gave you guys the warning for the onside.
The sideline.
Sideline warning.
I didn't. We didn't get no warning.
It was a sideline warning. It may be in a
Was there some guy with a boot on his leg out there?
I saw some guy on a boot on his leg almost get ran over on the sideline.
I did. Barr sweep the leg almost, man.
I didn't know he was a part of Cobra Kai.
After the game, he's like, Coach, I didn't hurt you, did I? No, you didn't hurt me. You just embarrassed me, but you didn't hurt me.
I said,
My
watch out,
feelings
Coach
are
Jarvis
hurt.
is getting tackled on the sidelines.
So
Dude, I could not get out. I could see it coming, and I'm saying in the headset, oh, crap, oh, well, oh, crap.
That's what he said.
Oh, crap,
Oh,
oh, crap, oh, crap. Yeah, it was bad.
It was funny.
So my question is, what for both teams going into this week? What do you do? What is that like going back as a coaching staff and having to address the week?
I'll tell you this.
What do you do?
We didn't get done with practice on Monday, and usually Monday's a film day and everything. By the time we were done with film, it was almost 6 o'clock
Dinner
because
time.
we were
Following that too.
and we had a lot of stuff to correct. I'm
mean,
not saying every penalty was not a penalty,
right.
but dude, at some point you got to let some stuff go.
I agree, and that's what I said. I mean, it was bad. It was bad. Hey, speaking of that, I see that somebody just joined us online by a man by the name of Tony Teague. I think Tony Teague,
Hey, my
might
favorite
owe
guy
us
right
some
now.
money. Some
Hey,
food.
how many? Wait,
some food.
How many home runs Pujols hit?
I think
He has 21.
700.
Yes, 21 on the year.
And
7.
I do recall when we talked about this. I was pretty adamant that he was going to get it.
Yes,
And
me
there
and
were-
you were.
Yes,
Me and you were.
and everyone else thought we were nuts.
Yeah, no way.
Still think you're nuts.
No way.
I don't know what it is. I mean, it's like this side of the table is not nuts. I don't know why they keep thinking
Something on
Look
that
at we're
side of the
separated.
table.
We are segregated after last week because I don't want to be near that purple blue, whatever it is, and gold, purple. I don't know. I don't even know what color they are. I just
I
don't.
don't even
like
know
them.
what you're saying right now.
Well, I just don't want to be by pious people. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I think
But yes, Tony T goes.
He owes us
all
something.
4 of us a dinner, and I met with him today. We had a work, we had a work meeting.
He
and,
got dinner already taken care of.
No,
No, he probably already ate. He probably already got his, and then Caspered us.
Here he is. Look at this guy. Here he is. What has he got?
Oh man,
Whoa.
What?
Speaking of
he's got a
him,
bag.
he must have heard you.
Well, isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing? Look, what do we got here?
Come bearing gifts.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes.
Man.
Albert Pujols got his autograph.
Is this the new adult Happy Meal that McDonald's coming out with?
This is great.
Man. Oh, man.
Oh,
The
my
Albert
goodness.
Pujols dinner
This will
here.
be the.
So I love it.
Oh,
Look at it. We got-
Look at it. He got drinks and
Oh
everything.
my gosh, this is.
Look at this.
Look at this.
Okay, well, what kind of... We didn't specify the meal, did we?
No, we did not.
No, we didn't.
Hey, thanks,
Thank
Bodie.
you.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Hey,
I got my autograph one too. He's autographed it too. Look
there.
at that, man.
hey.
This will be worth something one
Hey.
day. I'm not even gonna eat it. Instead of my wife.
Well, I'm gonna probably eat it because otherwise it'll go bad.
Hey.
It's only the 3rd time we've gotten dinner taken care of here.
It's kind of nice, isn't it?
3rd or 4th, but like 3 people. That's
It's
all right.
even
How many episodes is Off the Rails done?
Just
math?
carry the one. About we might be over 50 now.
50,
figure that
54.
out.
54.
Actually, no, I don't think we are.
54.
I think we're coming up on 50.
I think you're 54, but we can be wrong.
Nothing like a McDonald's fry.
Hey, but there is nothing
I know, I'm gonna
like
have to try to eat one.
nothing like an opportunity to win a bet. Isn't it nice to win?
It is nice.
It is. I
nice
was
to win?
expecting like a steak or something, but I mean,
Really?
We did get a steak.
Shot really high.
It's in a burger form.
Wait, it's 100% Angus in here. Oh my!
I work in a public school, man.
It's
We
so
take
funny.
all
I
the
did not
free-
know he was coming in here with that, and I had just talked about it because I saw him come online. I was like, "Oh, I got to say something about it."
I mean, that was
so
weird. I was like,
funny.
"Did you guys arrange
You
that?"
really not? You
I
did
had
not-
no idea.
That's
he did,
awesome.
We talked about it tonight. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna wait and come up there and figure out something to buy you guys for dinner." Because I was
That's
like, "Oh
awesome.
yeah." And then
That's
he
awesome.
shows up with
I
it.
like it when people pay up.
That's good stuff.
Truth be told, I really like that.
I appreciate that,
Is
Tony.
that like
Thank
a
you.
boss of yours, or what is
Nah,
it?
he's a fellow coworker of mine.
Nice.
Yes. Yes. He just moved down here to Herculaneum.
Put that over here.
Don't worry, I'm gonna eat the fries.
Hey, and he also moved over here from Illinois, so he got away from that area as
He
well.
had to get away from the lawlessness that is Illinois.
Oh my
Yeah, I
goodness.
might eat some
I
fries.
shouldn't even
that's
eat
it.
these fries.
I shouldn't eat
yeah,
it.
But
but
victory
like
fries.
They're victory
Yeah.
fries. They
I'm
don't
eating
count.
them. I don't care.
Yeah.
Winner,
so,
winner,
so
winner.
speaking of 700,
So yeah, let's talk Cardinals.
I mean,
Let's do it.
how great? Hey, how great was that to watch?
Oh,
Wait.
oh, it was awesome.
Oh, wait.
it was on Friday night while we
awesome.
were playing at 10:30, and it
Well,
finally
no,
come
I
on.
was just say that.
I'm
and
just
it's
saying.
on, what?
Apple TV.
Apple TV.
Yeah, what
Well,
a bunch.
I had to.
Hey,
Bunch of
what
crap.
a debacle that made MLB look like.
Yeah.
Oh, did
Yeah.
it ever? Did it ever?
Well, and I said this on our group chat. I think the worst part about it was the fact that Dan McLaughlin, who's done Cardinals games for 20 some odd years now, maybe almost 20, if not more.
He may have had to take some time off.
Well, he didn't get a chance
little bit,
to
but-
do the
It's
call.
been that long.
On
Yeah.
either one, either the TV
And-
or the radio.
Yeah, well, and he let John Rooney on the radio because he was on KMOX with them,
I heard that.
and he deferred to John Rooney because that's his
his
medium.
role. Right.
So he's a true class act, and we're happy we have the opportunity to work kind of with him, with Jim Powers and Scoops with Danny Mac.
You think about it, Cardinals have been blessed with awesome play-by-play guys and
Yeah.
announcers. And,
I would agree.
Yeah,
I mean, you got Mike Shannon.
There's nobody's crazy,
there's I don't know if there's anybody as
crazy in his
as unique as Mike Shannon. I'm telling you that 23 inning game with the Mets. I was in my car driving all the way to Springfield and somehow got KMOX the entire way across Highway 60.
That's kind of crazy.
Damn, them fries.
I
are good.
listened.
They
I
are.
listened to that game from about the fourth inning all the way through, and by the time I would say at least the 17th inning or what they did the seventh inning stretch twice. So it was the 14th inning. I was doing the math. Sorry. He started singing along with the music in the background, a little off tune, a little slurry. I'm pretty sure that he was in the bag. There's no doubt in my mind by the end of that game, he was toast. 100% toast.
I wouldn't doubt it.
And I'm like, this is
I mean,
like the greatest thing ever.
You think about it. We had Jack Buck. You get Joe Buck. We had Harry Carey at
Carey
one
for a
point.
while.
I mean,
Yeah.
we've been blessed with some good guys. I'm a big Brad Thompson fan. I like him.
Oh,
I think he
he's
does an
great.
awesome
Who's
job.
better? Who's better, Brad Thompson or Jim Edmonds? I know a lot of people
Well,
like Jim
it's
Edmonds.
different though. Hold on, it's different though because
They're
Brad
total opposites.
BT, he gives it the flair, he gives it the color, he gives it the comedy. You listen to Edmonds, he's giving the X's and O's, and he's kind of
Knowledge.
going through the knowledge and the philosophy of. So it's a matter of kind of pick your poison. Do you want to be entertained, or do you want
Well, I know what you want. You want to be entertained.
I'll tell you what,
entertained.
Edmonds is entertaining. I mean, he just got married for the 4th time the other day. Did you see that?
Saw
Well,
that.
sometimes you just do what you got to do, I guess.
But
And the headlines are that.
no,
It's a little
Edmonds
weird.
gets torn up on social
he
media,
does.
man.
He
And you know
does.
what?
He does.
He doesn't bother me.
No,
I don't think he's that bad.
I like sometimes listening to, hey, this is why they want to do this and why they want to do that, and kind of the background of
Well, a lot
thinking,
of people can't stand him,
Well,
He's not well liked by a lot of people.
well,
and I don't get it.
I don't either.
Well,
He's a gamer.
Hey, what do we say off air? Perception, right? Perception.
is.
It's perception.
It's kind
Heck,
of
I'm
the
not
theme
eating-
of my day.
I'm eating this cheeseburger too, man.
It's good.
What's it got on it? Everything? Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But I'll
you can
take
have
it-
mine.
I'll take that off somewhere.
What?
I don't like
What?
everything on there. I haven't had a friggin'
He likes
McDonald's.
the Canadian style.
I haven't had a McDonald's Happy Meal in forever.
Well, yeah, it's because you're an adult, Blair.
Royale
Happy Meal in forever.
What?
Hey, every once in a while, I used to get Happy Meals when I was about 20 years ago.
20 years ago. So
I was
that
still an adult though.
20 years old.
Hey, you know why?
Can I get that Happy Meal? And people just look at you like,
Because I was a
hell?
college student. And that's all I could afford.
Hey, I can tell you right now, going back to college days, double cheeseburgers $1.
yes.
no. The best thing when you're poor and in college is when you don't have a Sam's Club membership, but you and your buddies go to Sam's Club. You wait for like this older couple and just be like, listen, will you let us go in here with you? Oh, yeah, sure. Let you go in. You walk around at lunchtime and you get all the free samples.
Yes.
And then you leave and you had lunch.
Smart idea.
Done.
Oh my
Capitalism. Oh,
You know they had
my
ramen
gosh.
noodles, right?
I got sick of them, man. They're eat so many of them. It's like people say, like, "Oh, I could live off ramen." You say that now.
God. 99-cent
Until you live
Tostino
off them.
pizza, man.
Oh yeah,
Hot pocket.
Mac and
Totino's
cheese.
pizza.
Hot dogs and mac
I used to
and
throw
cheese.
those in the microwave.
Spaghetti.
Because we
Totino's?
Yeah, it's because it didn't have the
That would not be very
oven in the dorm died. So it was like, well, we ain't got that. I got a microwave. Soggy ass pizza, but you know what?
Now pizza
Jones
rolls, I can do
Jones
that.
Not Totino's. Oh,
Hey, you do what you gotta
Totino's
do.
got to have that crisp crust.
Oh, man.
Yes.
It's good. It's trust me, it's much better like that.
What toy did we get? Oh, it's Toy Story stuff.
Hey.
Oh no,
Mater, it's Mater.
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 There's no fighting. There's no fighting. We all got the same
What'd you
thing.
get?
I'm sure Mater.
We all got the
look it
same
up.
thing.
I got it.
Yeah, Mater.
We're like a kid in a candy store.
I'm
No
done
kidding.
for the rest of the show.
Mater. Got a Mater.
Well, that's it, everybody. Thanks for joining. While we
Well, Weston's got some new toys.
Hey.
Yeah.
He's like,
Hey, what was this?
He's too small for those.
yeah, you say that.
Look at this. I'm gonna ramp this thing.
He's
Oh,
got.
my gosh.
He already has basketball in his hand. So
Chill,
I'm working on
Casper.
that.
It's okay. All right, let's get back on some kind of track.
Let's talk
21
about the
minutes
Cardinals.
in.
Let's talk about the Cardinals a little bit.
I'm pretty sure right now that whoever's playing today is
Hit the ball in the middle.
is a rookie or the least hungover.
Goldie was in the lineup.
Did you
Was
see who's
he?
playing
Yeah.
third base?
Who's playing third?
Yepes.
Well, they got to put him somewhere.
Never played third base
Here you go.
in the
son.
majors.
Have a
Today,
glove.
today it was, hey, put your name in the hat. If it's out, that's where you're playing.
Goldie's DHing, but yes. But he even said on the pregame, he said, they asked him, they said, what do you think about being the only real starter playing tonight, and he said, I need every at-bat I can get right now.
Yeah.
He's
He
a
said, I
professional.
am not where I'm at, and I need to be where I'm at come
like him.
October 7th.
So is that cause for concern?
Well, no,
I mean, that's
because
kind of what
it
things
is.
we can talk about.
It is. It is a cause of concern, but it's also rewarding to understand that he wanted to be in the lineup to make it help this team have a chance to
Well,
to
did
win.
you see how happy Arenado was?
Oh, it was awesome
Yeah.
to watch.
Going back to his quote last year,
Yes.
talking
Yeah.
about
Nope.
wild card.
I'm not gonna stay
he ain't
around.
going
if it's
nowhere.
Now he's
Nah,
not.
He
like I
ain't
say,
going
not-
nowhere.
Not now. No.
But I think he proved a point.
Yeah.
Well, I do.
Cardinals ownership, you better go find somebody that's going to want us to win.
Well, I'm
because
going to
that's
tell
what I
you,
want to do.
at this point, and I said it last night as Pujols was getting showered with beer, I said, we got to replace 21 home runs from a guy who's like 42,
Yes.
could be 47, don't know.
It's true.
I mean, Mosaic,
You know what? It's not-
you're having a good time right
and
now.
it-
You better
It's not even the 21 home runs that you're replacing. It's the presence
And the leadership.
And you're not gonna,
And the catcher and a generational catcher.
I think you got to keep both of them there.
I don't know
you
that you'll
can.
keep
As
Molina.
coach.
No.
But I think you will.
I,
You will.
well, I mean,
Pujols.
Skip Schumacher, who's one of the bench coaches, had a family thing. So the reason Yachty didn't catch last night, he was doing bench coach duties.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
I mean, why wouldn't Yachty be a good bench coach?
Well, he would, but I don't know that Yachty wants to stay around here. I think he wants to go.
Go back home.
Well,
And-
that is until you get away from it, and then you like get that itch, and you're like, well, I want to go back and.
I
do
think
it.
the
Could you do that,
I
though?
think the problem with Yachty would be he would have the itch to go out there and do it,
Play.
not be managing.
That's why I think he probably needs to give away for a couple of years and let it get out of his
Well,
system and
could-
then come back and.
But him and the manager have a good relationship. You could tell.
Oh yes, they
Yeah.
definitely do.
Oh, by the way, breaking news: Aaron Judge just hit number 61.
Hey.
So he
Boy,
is.
it's been a little bit of a drought.
Yeah.
About a week.
Well,
Oh,
when you're the Toronto Blue Jays and you walk him 4 times, Stephen A. Smith came out and challenged him and said, really?
Okay, well, I don't know that.
I'm surprised he's in the lineup because the Yankees, they clinched last night, too.
Are you really
I'm surprised
Where's
they
the
didn't
game
have,
at?
Toronto?
Oh,
I'm surprised they didn't have, 25 rookies that came up and
Came
were
up
on the,
and- Yes.
for a game.
Hey, he has an opportunity to do
I
something
know.
historic.
Yep.
Gonna leave him in there and let him eat. Come on.
is Carpenter
I'm just saying
back
because-
Not yet.
I'm just saying because, maybe they were, hey, I see 3 baseballs out there,
I haven't
Hit
been
the one in the middle, right?
I haven't been watching, but is Bader since day one? The first night he was
First couple nights he did good.
solid, but after that I haven't been able to see if he's.
I hadn't had a chance to look through the
yet? I got something.
stat line.
I mean, Zach's always complaining. No one ever comes
oh, really?
comes
You
up with
complaining?
anything debatable. So
Look at
I got
Jason.
one.
He's
Okay.
here early and he's got a topic. Good job, Jason.
Hold on.
So-
hold on.
Love it.
I like what happened this year. If we still had Mike Schilt, would this been able to happen?
I don't know if Pujols and
I think Pujols would have came here. I think Pujols was a big fan of
don't
Mike
know.
Schilt. But the problem was because Pujols was around when Schilt was around when Pujols was in
The minors.
and so they had a good
that's
relationship.
True. He's been there a while.
But what I'm saying is, do
Talk
you
about
think it was? I mean, I don't.
The addition of him definitely helped. The addition of Pujols to the lineup definitely helped.
But do you think Schilt could have got this out of this team?
That's tough. Here's how I look at it. I mean, I know that
I like
I-
Mike Schilt, so that's why I'm like,
I don't dislike
I wouldn't say
him,
why he wouldn't. I don't. There's no red flags that would say that couldn't happen.
but I look at it like this. If you look at Ollie this year, Ollie, our group message. I just love it when things are going bad. Sometimes we just pile on. Like, why would you do that? He's also a first year manager. Okay,
he's the youngest to ever win a division.
yeah, and
Scott Myers
and
the
here's
same
the thing too. You can say, well, he's got players. When we talk about other teams in baseball, I mean, let's be real. You got Goldschmidt, you got Arenado, and then you have
Over the hill, over the hill,
49-year-old future Hall of Famer,
42,
whatever he is. I am 12, and
I wonder if he's older than me. I think he is.
Anyway, that Miguel
He
Tejada
looks it.
interview still always looms large. But I look at it like this. I mean, outside of that, it's not like you've got the Mets payroll, the Yankees payroll, the Dodgers payroll with all these
have
guys.
a top 15 payroll.
But you don't have that talent. You don't have those guys.
We may have a top 15 payroll, but when you look around,
It's not tit for tat. So I mean, the Cardinals are built from defense and pitching,
not the high
and timely hitting. It's not like you got stud after. Look, Cody Bellinger was a NL MVP at some point. He's batting ninth
Right.
for the
He's-
Dodgers.
He's also had a bad year.
Well, he's since COVID. He got COVID bad, and then all of a sudden he sucked.
Yeah.
But still, he's
Right.
in his prime,
Right.
and he's a left-handed power hitter.
well, look at their lineup.
Their lineup is stacked. How
But
do
they
you?
got people on the bench that would be playing.
Yeah.
I mean, other places.
Yes. And their
I mean-
pitching staffs, half of them are hurt, but then they just replace them with other guys who can play too. So my point is, for Marmol to get 90 wins now, 90, they got 90 wins right now. They'll probably lose tonight because everybody's hungover. He might win 93, whatever. For a first-year guy who's younger than I am, you kidding me?
Pretty good.
That's pretty damn good. I mean, I'll give him that. Is he going to make mistakes? Yeah. Man, Tony La Russa made stupid decisions.
Oh, some this year.
I was going to say, like, coming back.
Well, when you fall asleep at the traffic light because
More than once?
you should have
enjoy
called
it.
an
It's 'cause
Uber.
you're old, right?
He doesn't know how to
No.
do Uber. Okay, that's too much for a smart. He's got the flip phone like you used to have, Zach.
Yeah.
And
He just recently got rid of that, by the way.
the flip phone. Zach or Tony?
Zach.
I'd still have the flip phone if you could.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, my God, you're archaic.
Yep. Yep.
I'm the oldest
You don't even
one
understand
here.
anything with technology, do you?
Nope.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. Speaking of La Russa, we can move on to that one. It not
Well,
coming
I mean-
back this year to manage. And I'm
He's
pretty
done.
sure he's done.
Well, yeah.
He's got to be.
He's in bad health.
He's not in good health.
Well,
He
yeah. I
drank a
mean,
lot.
gosh dang, you drink a lot like that.
Well, he's. I
Does-
mean, what is he?
80?
Is he bumping 80? If not,
Yes.
79, 80.
He's at least 78.
So,
think he's 78?
my question would be, okay,
Seems
so
like it.
let's talk about this, right? so let's talk about that. Why, if you're Chicago, why would you hire him at that age?
Because you
Now-
didn't
now,
feel like
okay,
hiring
fine.
Ozzie Guillen again.
Fine. Okay, I'm being ageist, I guess. I'm
Yeah, you're
being
being
discriminatory. Why? But why would you do that? Why would you
Because
hire?
he was a stud when he was there.
He was a winner, and here's the thing that I think they were trying to bring that winning mentality in Chicago, and I mean it does in the game of baseball. I think it makes a difference when you got a young group. You need somebody that knows how to win to
Right.
lead that group.
But it's kind of like this, all right? We'll use Jarvis and Dylan. Dylan's going to listen to his dad right now, okay? Weston, probably not so much because, he's going to have to change his dad's diapers.
yes.
How can you take... He's gonna, how can you take him seriously? Okay. I'm just, no. But no, how could you
He
take...
wonders why I wanted to punch him last week.
I know. No, but if you
Put
are...
one of these right in your suck hole.
Exactly. But if you're the players, and seriously though, it's
That
like,
was
hey,
good.
you're 80, you're 79, 76.
Okay, I
How,
was
one,
wrong.
how are you relating? How are you relating to the players? And then two, how?
Well, that was when they hired him. He was 76, so he's
Oh,
yeah.
gosh, he's 70.
And that was in 2020, so
78.
probably 78, 77, 78. Yep.
Thought I was losing
trivia
my touch.
question, right? That was on the.
He's old as
I mean, I don't.
old as dirt.
But but he does know how to win, and I think that
Yeah,
that is
back
taken
in-
for granted a lot of times in professional sports.
A decade plus ago with different clientele.
But here's the thing: you don't lose your knowledge and how to get people to learn how to win. Like you don't lose that. You may lose the athletes, and maybe you lose that, but the will to win and to learn how to win and teach people how to win, I think you don't never lose that.
Well, I don't think it's that, but I think it's you have to adapt, right? Because think we've all been coaching over a decade, more than almost two decades, right? 2 decades plus. Okay, right? We're all now. Go back to your first 5 years.
Oh,
And think of how different things are at coaching back then as it is today.
The way I could coach then compared to
tremendously
now.
changed.
Probably, he's going to crack a joke at probably how you talk to the kids.
Oh.
Because it's not
I don't know what,
what you say,
It's how you say it.
it's how you say it, apparently.
Zach.
Right?
That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's all about how you say it. I always come off a little rough.
I'm sorry. I'm shocked to hear that.
You shocked to hear that?
Yeah. Sure am.
But wish my wife was watching right now. She'd really.
It's not what you said. It's the way you said it.
Echo.
I'm telling you.
Echo.
God.
I told you.
I know. Hey, should have told me a while back.
Zach, I can't. I told you a long time ago.
You did.
What was my best piece of advice I ever gave you?
I know.
There you go.
I know.
Can't say it on the air.
I know.
Oh, well.
It lasted.
It's a private school thing.
No,
No.
no. We were both public school, and
And his arms were like this.
it was about that time.
It
Yeah,
was about that time.
about that time.
That's so funny.
My arms were like that the other day.
Chris, what do you think? We should go to a break
Yeah,
here
we're getting
and
ready to.
go to.
I want to. When we come back, I want to talk more Cardinals now that postseason is officially going to be here.
Casper's pushing this show. He must have somewhere to disappear to.
Nope, nowhere tonight.
But, questions we've got to
But
talk
my
about:
bad.
pitching, the lineup, who you going to throw out there, all that good stuff.
Who are you going to keep?
you
Does
gonna-
DeYoung stay?
DeJong.
They better not keep it. He does not need to be on the playoff roster.
out.
We come back to that.
Find out what Coach Jarvis thinks when we come back.
He sucks. That's what I think. He sucks.
But if you don't have the right auto insurance coverage, you could be left to pay for this
All right, everybody, and welcome back to the Coach's Box. We're in our second segment right now.
Kind of a continuation of the first.
Kind of a continuation.
Yeah. So let's get right into it because
I thought that's what we were doing.
I know.
Oh.
So the Cardinals are 100% going to the playoffs now. What, for you guys, discuss what are your positives, what are your negatives, what are your concerns? I mean, there's a gambit of things. We can talk, Jarvis was talking about the offensive or maybe defensive lineup, non-pitching. Is pitching going to be an issue? Is it going to be a strength? I mean, just
I have a concern.
Go ahead.
Other than DeYoung, I got another one. Are they just going to throw Flaherty out there because it's Flaherty, or are they going to make a decision? I don't know. I'm just worried about them doing things because of who the person is and not maybe who's going to give them the best option.
Well, I think you got to look at the whole. I really do think that this club right now, I think, wants to win, and I think anybody that's on the roster is going to make that understood. Whatever decision the manager comes up with, I think every single one of them are on board because they want what's best for this team. Now, if things don't go well quickly, I think you see some of them maybe kind of getting a little frustrated with it, but it's worked. I mean, the majority of the time after the All-Star break, that what he's done, his decisions. Some of them haven't been the best, but also some of those guys have, kind of started to fall off a little bit too.
So that's the thing, right? Goldie's kind of hit a little bit of a slump here. Mm-hmm. Do we have enough firepower to win offensively, or are you going to 100% rely on your pitching and defense? Because I mean, we've all said it year after year. What wins games when you get to the postseason? Pitching. Okay, pitching and defense, right?
Timely hitting.
Timely hitting. Do we have enough of that timely hitting to win a game, a series, try and go deep into the playoffs? What's your
Not
thought?
at the moment. I don't think we do because right now, Goldie's in a slump. Okay. Arenado has not been overly consistent lately.
Correct.
Okay. I do like that we've seen some good stuff out of Carlson, though. Carlson's starting to maybe hit the ball a little bit, and that's what we're really hoping for since he sucked all year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, right now, no. That's why it's important to get some of these guys Goldie's out there playing tonight.
That's why Yepes has been playing a bunch.
Because he hits the ball.
Yep.
Making things happen.
Does he get on base?
I do believe, though, that I will be interested to see who our starters are in that 3-game series.
Talking about pitching?
Yes.
So who do you go with?
That's what I'm saying.
Who do you go with?
Michaelis will be my number one right now.
So game one?
I'll tell you the 3, but I know it ain't going to be them. I go Michaelis, Jordan Montgomery, Quintana.
That's the 3 best pitchers right now.
3 best pitchers right now. Now,
Waino's going to be in there.
Waino is going to be in there. There's no doubt about it.
And my question is, Flaherty going to be in there?
I don't think Flaherty's in there in a 3-game series.
I hope not.
I think he's a bullpen. I think he's a bullpen.
He's definitely a bullpen in the 3-game series.
Well, because you don't have Hicks, and you need somebody who can play long relief in case you need to get 3 innings.
Well, you need swing and miss stuff in the playoffs.
Yes. And he has swing and miss stuff.
Yes, he does.
Absolutely. So that's another thing.
But his breaking ball has been good. It's his not fastball.
How about our closer and what he was reaching on the radar gun?
104?
104.2.
That's crazy.
Sorry, 104.2.
I know, but that's insane.
Give him the 0.2. That's still fast.
That's fast.
Did you see the thing that happened last night? The slowest pitch ever be pitched and the fastest pitch to ever be pitched this year was in the same game by the same team.
Really?
Yeah.
Cardinals pitched a 60-mile-an-hour.
Michaelis dropped a 60-mile-an-hour breaking ball, and
we're going Little League style right
Ryan
now.
Helsley went 104.2.
That is, when I
sick.
saw it last time, I went, holy crap. And
That's not the words I said, because I saw it too, and I go, he's amped up.
And then right below that, it showed the stats of him, and he had 3 of the top 5, maybe?
Yes. Yes.
And it was like 104.2, 103.9, 103 something. I was
like FM radio brought to you by.
No doubt.
Just think about he's had almost all the fastest pitches this year.
Okay, so there's one. You just talked about Flaherty talking about maybe swing and miss stuff. If
Gallegos is actually pitching well right now.
Good, because he was one.
I don't trust him.
I don't trust that dude anywhere. He just really said Gallegos.
Wait, I said it, and I have been a very big critic of as soon as he comes in. Oh God, why? Seriously, those
all right,
are literally
Nancy.
the words.
Nancy Kerrigan.
How's the dude from? How's the dude we got from the? Is it the Phillies?
Romero?
Yeah, how he's been lately?
He's all right.
Yeah, he's
But do we have enough swing and miss stuff? That's the question in the bullpen.
I think-
because it's not so much starters, but when you sub and you go to your bullpen, you have to have swing and miss stuff in the playoffs. I'm sorry, you're not going to survive. And I'm not saying
you mean
the
Dakota
pitcher.
Hudson?
Exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth. You're not going to survive with a Hudson-esque type pitcher. No. You in the playoffs. It comes down to.
I cringe every time I hear his name.
Well, yeah,
It's true.
I mean,
He's great.
so
He's great.
I'm sure he's a nice guy.
yeah.
Right.
I'm sure he's a great teammate.
He says all the
But
right
it's
stuff in
about-
the locker room.
right?
He's a
What?
locker room guy.
Yeah, it was about
locker room
production.
guy.
Yeah.
At this point.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. And you're right. You
So
gotta
DeYoung,
have guys in the playoffs.
So what do
who
you?
can-
Oh, I know. Oh, that's not pitching. My bad.
no, I'm just saying.
But
And
what do y'all think about DeYoung?
I don't think he should make the
No,
playoff
hell
roster. No. I think Brendan Donovan because he can play literally
at
everywhere,
multiple positions.
and he has good at bats, and he's gonna raise that pitch count. He's gonna see a lot of pitches. DeYoung might go up there and see 3. And that's the same thing with
Strike
like
one,
Tyler O'Neill.
Strike 2. He's
Yeah.
out.
I know. I'm just
Again.
saying if he comes back.
What about-
if and buts?
Gorman.
No,
no,
Does he make the roster?
no.
isn't he still in the minors?
Yeah,
No.
I think you take who you have right now,
Do
except
you
for
take
DeYoung.
O'Neill because he's supposed to be back?
Well, he's supposed to be, but
You're
now-
gonna take him.
Dickerson's
power.
playing better than him, not fielding wise.
Now, who do you take in that 3-game series? Do you focus on
Maybe you don't take O'Neill in that 3-game series.
and maybe you take more pitching, and try to maneuver that with only being a 3-game series.
You
and
got to
got
make sure
5
you have
starters.
enough position players, though. If you get into one of those games where it just lasts forever,
Well,
or
if you're going to use Pujols at all, and then
So
pinch
that would be
hit,
another question. Would you? Is
you have
he
to have another
making
position. Who?
Pujols? Are you putting him on the? I'm just asking.
did you just ask?
I'm just asking.
Are you? You may almost made me curse. Are you kidding me?
I'm asking.
Are you? Oh my
I still
God!
might
don't-
curse.
I'm asking because stranger things have happened.
You're crazy.
I'm just asking
He
the
is
question.
the glue to all
I
of
know
this.
he is.
So you're gonna think we're all gonna say that? Oh my God!
Stranger
Anyone
things
listening-
have
Anyone
happened.
listening, McVey?
I'm asking a question. I didn't say I was.
Are you
not going
high?
I didn't say
What
I
was
would
in
not
that
put
McDonald's?
him.
He did not
Don't
deny.
deflect it. Are you high
No.
right now? Okay.
No, I didn't say I would. Of course, he's going to DH if I'm the manager. But I'm asking.
Do you think anybody here is going to say no? Where I'm not taking Pujols.
I can't believe he asked that question.
Who are?
What
Do you
in
not
the-
even know us? It's 123 episodes. I mean, Jesus, Mary,
Well-
Joseph. Do you really think that any of us here wouldn't take Pujols on the playoff
Can you
roster?
not honestly just
The freaking Mets
That is not
would take
debatable.
Pujols on their playoff
It is
roster.
not debatable.
It's not
if
even
he's
a
on the
debatable
roster.
topic.
Thank you. That's all
It's
I'm asking.
not.
Okay.
Then why would you ask something that's like no knowledge? Is the sky blue? Is water wet? Pujols is on the roster. All the same are going to be.
Could you not
yes.
see? Hold on, timeout. You mean
No,
to tell me you
there's no
couldn't see?
timeout.
You couldn't see Mo or somebody saying, "Hey,
No.
Tyler O'Neill's
No.
healthy now."
No, hell no.
No. Hell no.
Or do they want the Busch Stadium to be blown up? That is not going to happen. That's the craziest. That's the stupid.
Hey, have
that's
you seen
the most
people?
asinine question you've ever asked?
Have you seen people in St. Louis riot before? Okay,
they're about-
trust me, they will be outside Moselak's house.
No, they're about
Have
to
you-
ride inside this La Pachanga in this parking lot for too long.
Hey,
I'm just asking.
seriously,
a
Mr.
question.
Administrator, that's the dumbest thing he's ever asked.
There are no. Hold on. There are no stupid questions. Just
Zach,
stupid people.
What you just said made absolutely no sense.
So the second
Everybody
part of,
here is now dumber for what you
the
just
second
said.
part of what Zach just said is correct.
Yeah. Hey, you had to throw
can't
it out.
believe you asked. No, you did
didn't
not have
say-
to throw that out there.
Okay.
There's not a person that has
Is it
been
be-
watching
hold
the
on.
Cardinals right now
Hold on.
that's going to say,
Is it
Pujols
because-
there's not a
is
person
it-
in baseball.
Listen,
No.
is it because nobody else is hitting? That's my question.
It's because he's actually producing.
I know.
True.
But
Then
He's
there you
been
go.
one of the biggest producers
Wait,
since the All-Star break.
who's the top
I
three
know.
offensive players on the Cardinals team right now? Goldie, Arenado. Now next one. Pujols.
close. I'm not
End of
disagreeing.
story.
True.
Nothing.
Well, it's Newbar, too.
Hey, we're trying to have a show here, and I'm just trying to ask questions.
you're definitely
But
putting
that
on a
wa-
show right
You're showing something, and it's not.
I'm
now.
just
Showing your ass
I
over
didn't
here.
say that.
Gosh, I need a drink.
Oh my, okay.
He deserved that. You deserved everything we've said.
That's fine. I'm just asking the question.
Well, that was the
Do you
dumbest
think
question.
hold on, time out. All of the roster moves that Mo has made and all of the contracts that
This
they
ain't
have.
Mo's decision.
He ain't the one pulling the trigger on the playoff roster.
No way.
Then who is?
Ollie.
Ollie
oh,
is.
come on.
Ollie's
Under
good.
whose blessing and guidance?
It doesn't matter. He's like, these are my guys. And at this point, he's won 90 games. He's the youngest manager to ever win a division title.
Or maybe he'll piss Mo off and he'll be on the chopping block.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
You know what?
But Mo is
He's
not
going to do what he
Oh,
wants.
think about this. Mosaic works for DeWallet, right? There ain't no way in hell Pujols isn't on that
How much
roster.
money has Pujols made the Cardinals this
Oh,
year?
gosh.
This year or
Oh,
in
wait,
general?
Let's just go with
Millions.
this year.
Okay.
Millions.
Oh,
Recency
what-
bias.
What did he get paid? $2.5 million?
Yeah, he's earned that
Oh,
back.
my gosh.
Then
Times
some.
10. Times 10.
You
Probably
would
times 20.
take the promotional cost for the bobbleheads and other. Yeah, it doesn't matter. He's made it then some.
Well, and then the other thing that
Ticket
I look,
sales.
you
Dude,
look
did
at,
you see the last couple times before he hit 700 how packed the stadium was?
Yeah.
and every single
we got
person has their
tickets.
phone out.
Right.
We got tickets for the weekend.
Did you?
Yeah.
How much were those? Did you have to? Did Ethan have to sell his soul or something?
Hey,
Firstborn.
Blair,
Ethan, sorry.
how are these private school guys afford all this
I don't
crap?
know.
I don't know, man.
That would be the missus.
Wait,
That's not me.
It ain't
That
me.
would be the missus.
I look up the ticket price. I go, nope. I can watch it on Bally Sports a lot
The
cheaper.
only Cardinals tickets
Maybe
I went to
Apple.
Well,
this
I
year
could
was the ones
actually
that I got
probably,
given to me.
I could probably actually walk now to make it to a game, but I don't know that I can't. I'm never gonna see Pujols play baseball again alive because I'm not gonna be able to go. I'm not gonna be able to
The
afford
home
it
playoff series is Friday, Saturday, Sunday
of this weekend.
next weekend.
Next
That
weekend.
doesn't help me.
Oh
Friday,
man, I got
Saturday,
my
Sunday.
kids. That means I'd have to get more than one ticket.
I love it. I love it.
You don't have to.
So
Okay.
so let's shift gears before we
Oh,
make fun of
shoot.
Zach some more, and let's
That's
talk
all right.
about
That's
some.
I
normal.
still can't believe you asked that
I
question.
know.
It's just a talk. It's
It's-
called banter. Holy
there's
moly.
banter.
That
All right.
banner sucked.
So I got a topic that I got to bring up.
Oh gosh.
Mizzou
Goodness.
football.
Oh.
Garbage. Garbage. Garbage.
For anybody who didn't watch, and I was very
I don't-
fortunate to be able to watch
Hold up.
this.
There ain't no way that in hell Kentucky should be 8th. They almost lost to NIU. You know, they almost lost to them, and
They're
they
not
should have.
bad.
No, they should have lost to NIU. And yes, Mizzou sucks.
But NIU is
that
not
is
very
what
bad.
is it. That's what it is being a Mizzou
Lost
fan.
17-14. Now here's what I don't understand. You have
All-American kicker. That fat boy didn't kick it through
he
there.
didn't even give a practice kick. They're like, well, he doesn't even do practice kicks. I'm like, what? What kind of dipwad, fat ass dude wouldn't go out and do practice
I mean, he's
kicks?
Sebastian Janikowski Jr.
Great.
And he doesn't freaking go out there.
He's one Happy Meal away from being a heavyweight.
Well, we got 4.
Tell you what, that Happy Meal was good.
Did it hit the spot,
Yeah,
Jay?
yeah, after I ate my 3 tacos and now a Happy Meal.
You know,
I'm
it's
a
always
fat guy.
And you know what? It tastes even better because someone bought you dinner here.
I know if I'd have known that was coming, I wouldn't.
You would-
no
yeah,
offense to Lava Chain because them tacos were good too, but I wouldn't have made it.
Doubled up.
I broke.
Doubled up.
Yeah.
So anyway, have a chance to win it at the end of regulation, which I don't understand this. You got the ball at what, like the 6?
Yeah.
Don't even try to attempt to score a touchdown. And I'm watching with my dad, and he's like, what the hell are they doing? Who's the coach for this stupid Tiger team now? And I said, I don't know, but I don't like how this is shaping up. He's like, and then and they're like, that fat ass ain't even trying to practice. I know. And then he's like, and he shanked it. And then he just like, I don't know. I watch these clowns.
And then overtime.
Yeah, I had a chance for an interception. Nope.
Dude, it's the misery of being a Mizzou fan.
And to make that great play,
is the misery.
You have a chance you're going to win the game because Auburn attempts to kick a field goal. They miss it. Wait a minute. There's a flag. Offsides. Mm-hmm. Really? It's a field goal.
Two guys, wasn't it?
And then
at least
the right
one
side.
right over the nose. He's the guy right over the nose.
Yep.
And dude, let's be honest. In college field goal kickers, I mean, there's only a few of them that are good. I mean,
it's
you
hard
just
to kick.
never know.
It's hard to kick from the widest hashes in college football because it's a little
The
wider.
angle,
I do
the
believe.
angle,
Right?
yeah.
The angles are terrible. So he's on the right. He doesn't kick that well from the right. That's on the scouting report. So he gets another chance to kick.
And of course,
he drills it. Okay.
It says All American this.
Yeah, basically that's what he did. Well, then Mizzou gets the ball, make a great play. The running back makes a great play, breaks tackle.
Oh,
He's
it
on the
wasn't
side.
Burden? Oh, wait. He
No,
never gets the ball.
No,
never
that's
mind.
another
No.
thing.
No.
And gets right to the goal line and gets hit right before he crosses the pylon and fumbles the ball into the end zone, recovered by Auburn. Game over.
Yeah,
Just like
So Jarvis, you're the resident football coach here. So do you guys just teach holding the football like a loaf of bread, one handed, just all willy nilly, nimbly bimbly?
No, you probably saw one of our kids do it against
No, I'm
you
talking
guys.
about Mizzou.
But no, one of our
Mizzou.
I know one of our kids did it against you guys on the
did
sideline,
they?
and we were screaming at him.
Like,
tuck the ball away.
I've seen more of that in college games where they're. I don't understand.
Everyone's loosey goosey, man.
it's because it's cool when you got the ball out here and you just kind of.
It's my NIL deal, right?
I guess. Can't wait to do a Heisman pose while I'm at it. I don't know. I think it's just stupid. And then the question is I think he's going to last at least to the end of the season. Drinkwitz, what do you do with him? Do you keep him? Do you have faith that
you have to?
They're gonna keep him.
You're gonna have
to. The buyout's probably a stupid amount.
Well, you're gonna. Okay.
Second year.
No, he's in his third year.
He's third.
Yes, third year. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, one of them was a COVID year too. So I mean,
well,
yeah.
there's
COVID
that,
count.
but he has to get his guys in. We said this last week. The kicker is, and I think this is going to be the
Kicker's
the tail,
a fat ass. We already
right?
established that.
How many transfer? Because if the Rats leave the ship, so to speak, then that might be. Is that a culture thing? Is it a play calling thing? Is it a hey, who's not getting touches? Who? I mean,
Well, the number one recruit in the nation,
number one receiver, yeah.
didn't get a single touch or a target the whole game. Mm-hmm. I mean, I would be giving that guy the ball he's the best player. This is what it was described to me. He's the best player on your roster.
Well, we have I think the leading receiver in the St. Louis area right now on our team. And,
Yes.
And you saw how much we tried to get him the ball, right? What in the hell are you doing, Drink?
I know.
Now, is he hurt?
Now,
Who?
I did hear
Martin?
I did hear a rumor that he did tweak or something. I heard this the other day, something about an ACL or something. They were trying they were babying something.
Mm-hmm.
But
Then why is he even dressed?
Bingo.
Why do you even put perception?
Yeah,
Perception.
That is a perception.
Was he on the field? Was he on the field playing?
Mm-hmm.
Then why are you not giving him the ball?
Mm-hmm.
That's the other thing, right?
well,
Hey,
he didn't come to Mizzou to be a decoy.
I understand.
He
Exactly.
threw away a hat of Georgia and Alabama.
And somebody else.
I mean, we don't. Usually they're not going to Mizzou.
yeah. We don't get these kinds of.
And we got one, and
Well, and
I mean, you have to get the ball in his
Yes.
hands.
Oh, yes.
So I guess we were talking about in our
But maybe
group
his ass
message.
can't get open.
I don't know.
I mean, it ain't like we got the greatest quarterback either getting the ball out there.
I thought we had a dual threat quarterback last year that subbed in.
Didn't
for,
a bunch of them transfer? I mean, he
Okay,
might have
maybe
been
that's
one of
what
them
it
that
is.
left.
Maybe he left. I don't. That was the whole point of why
Maybe he didn't.
Basilak transferred, was because he started playing this other guy.
Right.
And
Well,
I guess he left too.
I don't know. I can't keep track of him now with this stupid portal.
No, I can't keep
But
track
Burton,
of all of them. It's
we had
hard.
talked about it. Burton looked like he had scrubbed all the Mizzou stuff off his Twitter account, and then he comes back
But then
and posts
the Twitter post
Yeah.
and then another post.
and then another post saying, like
I'm not going
not
anywhere.
going anywhere. We got a lot to do here,
Today.
so today.
Specified.
Lately, what have you done for me lately? Kind of thing. I can only imagine that.
No doubt.
Yeah, there's.
I don't know. I hope that he stays, and I hope Mizzou figures it out because it has been ugly.
Not fun.
They're not going to win 5.
I'm so
6. Excuse me.
I said 8.
Did
And
I
now
get
I'm
6?
at,
How many more do they win?
I don't know.
They're
3
scheduled-
3 more.
Tops.
They're
Their
at 2.
schedule's
What are
tough.
they? 2 or 3?
We're
wins?
chewing.
Dude, Kansas is like 4-0, right? I mean, we look.
They were 3-0. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, how sad is that when Vanderbilt looks better than you and Kansas?
Kansas is going to play Lindenwood next year.
Yes.
Really?
saw that.
Yeah. I
I'll
like
tell you
that.
this:
That's cool. Hope Lindenwood beats them.
if basketball goes the same for Mizzou, am I gonna jump ship? I didn't think I could ever jump ship.
Whoa!
Well, Blair did it.
Well, if I'll jump ship to SLU. I'll stay.
I like
stay.
SLU. I like what.
I'm a
First
SLU
off,
fan,
I like
too.
the fact that they'll try to get talent in St. Louis.
They'll pull the Oakland guy.
Hey, wait.
They're
so
going to be pretty good.
So
basketball. Go
tomorrow,
ahead.
so tomorrow at noon, when On the Move with the Caravan football preview comes out, me and Jim were talking a little bit about this. There's a lot of great talent, just even in the St. Louis metro area,
Yeah.
that other colleges outside the state have already tabbed.
Oh yeah,
And Mizzou is just kind of like, oh yeah, we're
I mean,
really what?
Think of
Cardinal
all-
Ritter's got a guy that Michigan's going after. I mean, there's teams in St. Louis that got players.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, okay, we talk about a couple of guys that Austin Romaine from Hillsboro,
Yep.
Kevin Emmanuel from Eureka, the Rubel kid from Seckman. They're not going to Mizzou.
Right.
So
Are they even being recruited by Mizzou?
I don't even know if Mizzou called them. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you get? I mean, you want to talk about trying to keep your fan base and then reinvest in the state. I mean, I like what Kevin Gates, the coach, or Dennis Gates, Kevin Gates. Why would Kevin Gates? I know, right?
Me and Coach Buddy met him.
Yeah,
He seems like I like him.
I like this. I like the stuff that he's doing. Again, it's proofs in the pudding. We'll see when
Dude,
games start playing.
How about him coming to the Cardinal game?
Yeah.
Doing. I mean,
he says all the right things, but one of the
PR
things
is
that
good.
he's definitely said was he said he told all the coaches at the
Coaching
at
clinic.
the clinic. He said, I want everybody to get some concrete and some posts. Everybody kind of looking like, what the hell is he getting at? We need to build a fence around the state and let's keep our talent here.
Okay,
So
well
it's gonna
then
take
you
all
have
of
to do
us
a
to do
job
that.
to do that. It's called
I
you
agree.
go knock on the doors and go
But I
get in.
I
Go
think-
take all your coaches and
well,
get
I
into
know,
get
but
that.
but
You only have
I get
so
what
much.
he's saying too,
He-
because what high school coaches are pushing their kids to go to Mizzou if they got a D1 talent?
Well, not very many, I'm sure.
I mean,
Even
Not right now.
Missouri. I'm coaching Missouri. If I had a D1 kid on my team, I don't know that Mizzou would be where I'd push him to go.
I mean,
So-
right now,
so-
no.
well,
if
I
you-
don't know if as a coach if I would push him to go anywhere, but I would say, hey, you've got to go explore all of your options. Hopefully, one of your options is Mizzou.
right, you have to talk it up. I'd say.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, what I'm saying is, I don't know.
Say
I'm
it.
not.
What you-
No,
what are you
I'm
saying?
not.
You
I'm
just
not.
said-
I mean,
what I'm saying is-
if I got an NBA type player, I'm not going to say go to Mizzou.
NBA in D1, they might be able to play at that level, but if we're saying just D1,
There's more than the Tatums and the Beals and all that in the St. Louis metro
I
area.
agree.
You know,
well, what CalebOve?
Yeah.
Where'd
Well,
he end up going?
UNC.
Tyler Hansborough, Otto
UNC.
Porter.
I know Tyler
Georgetown.
Hansborough out.
I mean, how many?
There's
of them-
NBA talent
how
in the
many
St.
of them
Louis
have
area.
left?
Exactly.
Wait, not just St. Louis.
Oh, I
Go over
know.
to Kansas City.
Oh yeah.
Multiple.
There's a lot of damn talent over
And
there.
it's not like
yeah.
Mizzou. Mizzou's a hop, skip, and a jump from Kansas City.
From both.
Yeah, I know.
It-
So why are you not getting both of them? You got to get both of them. Kansas City and
And
St.
I think-
I
Louis.
think you could throw in Springfield. I think
Yeah.
you could probably throw in, if you're talking role players.
Well, and I think that's the thing. If you want to get, I think there's talent that can compete at a high level.
Right.
Why wouldn't you get local talent? Why wouldn't you? Okay, you talk about how much time that you get for recruiting. How much time does it take to travel across the country when I can just go in my backyard and find somebody?
Yep.
Well, especially if I can just drive down the road.
Drive down the road, meet the parents, talk to them. Again, I've told this story because people ask, why didn't Otto Porter go to Mizzou? 100% is back when Frank Haith was the coach. If I told you guys this, I don't know if I have.
About 20 times, yep.
I'm sorry.
That's right.
I mean, he wanted to go to Mizzou. He wanted to be local because he's a family kid. His parents want him around. So Haith calls Otto. He's talking to him. Well, then Otto Sr. wants to talk to him, and he's said, well, how do I get your kid? Come to my house, have dinner with me. What happens? Knock on the door. It's his assistant. Haith did not come in person. Sent his assistant. They had dinner. Was polite. John Thompson III from Georgetown calls. Asks, how can I get Bubba up here? Otto Sr. told him the same thing. John Thompson shows up at his house. Otto goes to Georgetown. End of story. It's that relationship. It's that recruiting. That piece right there. Go to the house. You can't be lazy about it.
It's that conversation.
And even I think a lot.
Yeah, Frank Haith ended up well, but anyway.
Yeah, it's great. Looked like Carlton from Fresh Prince.
Sure did.
He did.
Speaking of looking, though, that the Miami coach, I mean, from Yale, he's 3-0, 4-0 now. He doesn't look like the prototypical NFL coach, and he's doing a great job. But anyway, we go back to
and it's just it's
okay. Then how do you keep
Blair
the
kind of
guys?
looks like the white version. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh my gosh. Okay, then fine.
I've seen Blair dance. It's not great.
It's not that
fine.
good.
Your Gates. Then how are you closing the borders? How are you saying, hey, I'm going to recruit St. Louis, and I'm going to recruit Kansas City, and I'm
Is
going
he going to have to do that? He's going to have to show up.
To do it. He has to show up, and then on top of that, the culture that the reputation, the culture he puts in his program. Mm-hmm. That has to be something that he can sell too. And I like a lot of the stuff that his kids do. I mean, even if it's little corny kind of stuff, they're very active with each other. There's a lot of team stuff that he really pushes. I think they're on the right track. It's just when you're in the SEC, it's hard to compete and be successful as in wins. I think he can still do a lot of great things. And he might not get the talent, but I think if he goes and makes those connections in person, shows up like we said, I think he can get some guys eventually to come there. It's how long will Mizzou keep him if he's not winning right away?
But is it that, or is it go into the type of kids? So if you say we want Missouri kids, then do you sit here and say, okay, fine, I'm not going to go after the 5 stars. I may not even go after the 4 stars. I'm going to try and go build with Missouri roster, and I'm going to go get the 3 stars.
I'll do you one better on this.
I'm asking, is that what has to be done?
I'll do you one better because here's how I think any college coach should be. I think you should recruit your local talent and use the transfer portal to get big-time players.
Well, yes.
Done deal, because now I can just free agent, drop them in. I've already got this culture, drop you into this. Now okay, that's where I want to go.
But I think you also need one big name guy to talk about your program, talk it up at a high level.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. How do you get that guy?
Ask Conzo how that worked out. The Porters.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
What?
But
4
also,
minutes, 5 minutes of
back
playing
hurt.
time.
I know.
Yeah.
I was just trying.
But I think that the big time name
just trying
that
to
you're going to
deflate
get
Blair's
is going to happen because
Casper's.
that's what this guy's talked about though the whole time is the culture of his program and what he wants to see happen and change and what he wants to do. I think you get a big time name that comes in here and starts talking about that. Now that all the locals, the Missouri kids, are hearing this from a big time name of an athlete, man, I'm going to go there. I mean, this guy's talking about it, and he's one of the top 5 in the nation.
You look at Penny, and I know he's in trouble now with NCAA, and I know he coached those kids in AAU and all that growing up.
Shocking.
But you look at Memphis's roster,
Ain't cheating, ain't trying.
half of the roster's Memphis area.
Well, wait a minute. If you're in Memphis, why would you need to go anywhere else? I would be
you're in St. Louis, or you're an hour and a half from St. Louis. Why do you need to go anywhere else?
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to Memphis White Station High School, and I'm going to say I need a year-round pass.
Yes.
For all my coaches.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Done deal. I mean, I would live there. It's like those recruiting trips. Where are we going? Downtown.
Okay.
Done deal.
But it's the same exact thing for Mizzou. Whether this is football, this is basketball, this is baseball. You
Across
can't.
the board.
I mean, you can't sit here and tell me that
Softball?
Softball also. Yeah. I mean, the entire state has plenty of talent to be on the Mizzou's roster, but you look at it and it's either, that's fine. You have your pipelines to your different states, but when you only have a handful of Missouri kids, I think that's a problem. And so to go back, when you say culture, I'll ask Jarvis, why would you want to root for Mizzou if there's no homegrown talent on your team?
Because I'm from Missouri. Sorry, Jason.
Well, I guess he's sharing out the show or something.
I am, but
because think about, hey, I'm gonna go watch Tatum. I'm gonna go watch Beal. I'm gonna go watch Hansborough. Lee. All of those guys that I mean, hey, there are area. And I want to go root for them. And if they're at Florida or if they're at Georgetown, if they're at wherever, then I'm going to watch those games because I have a vested interest because I've either seen that kid play in person or I've seen him on TV. That's what I think has to change.
But that's exactly it. I don't know that Mizzou is going to get those kind of players that are in this state because I don't personally think that the campus and alongside of everything else that's going on, it's not at a high level yet. I mean, these athletes are not talking the college up at a high level.
I was going to say, have you been there?
Oh, it's a beautiful campus. But I'm not saying is that they're not talking about the high level of the athletes are not talking how high level Mizzou athletics are. And the guys that are there that have been big names
John
aren't playing.
Not there.
Well, that's true, but aren't playing. I mean, are they one are getting hurt? Maybe or maybe they're just coming here 1 year and then they're up and gone away. So
but that would be fine.
The coaching changed 7 coaches in the last 15 years. I mean, that doesn't help either.
No,
that doesn't help either. I mean, we're not hiring the right coach at the right time. Like we would just keep going into trying to find somebody else, pull it out from somebody else. We're not going out and getting the big name guy. I think you have to go get that big name guy.
Don't use we when you talk about Missouri. Don't ever use we.
I'll use we.
No, you can't use we.
But hold on.
You get that word out of your mouth.
But if you're a big time name, you're not going to Mizzou.
I don't need a big time guy. I'm going to go get those 3 and 4 star guys.
No. I'm talking coach.
Well,
you're not going to Mizzou if you're that big time coach.
If the school is going to pay me, they're going there.
If Bruce Pearl is available, I would get Bruce Pearl. Sorry, I think he just finds a way to get those guys to come there.
Does he run
it's called.
What
does he run?
In trouble. Does he run the flex?
I'm sorry. Does it even matter?
I'm going to go get Bruce Weber at this
but
point.
the NIL deal.
Does he run the flex?
No.
Oh,
we'll get Bruce Weber.
Bruce Weber.
That guy.
No.
That guy talks like he's got a frog in his throat.
Pretty
I'm not a Bruce guy.
I'm not a big Bruce Weber fan.
He's from Illinois, I'm sure.
No, he's not.
Coach there though.
Coach there.
At SIU and.
Yeah, SIU Carbondale.
And
you don't talk in your mic, by the way.
I don't like to talk in my mic.
Well, that's good because you don't usually have anything good to say. You're right. Might as well, just Casper it up.
That's right.
All right, kids, you're watching the Coach's Box. We'll be right back.
Providing courteous service and helping every person we work with create a winning game plan for their retirement.
Retirement is a lot like football. You need a solid game plan and great teammates in order to achieve success. That's why I started Targeted Financial, to help educate people about their choices and connect them with advisors I trust. And Brian is one of my trusted partners.
I'm here to help you meet your financial goals, minimize your tax burden, and ensure that you have income guaranteed for life. Let's get to work on your retirement game plan.
Call Brian Waits at Waits Financial Services today. You'll be glad you did.
New at Case & Buck's, all-you-can-eat soup and salad all day, every day. Choose from homemade soups like tortellini, loaded steak, green pepper, and many more. 7095 Metropolitan Boulevard in Barnhart, Missouri, just off 55. See our full menu at caseandbucksbarnhart.com.
Imagine an HVAC as unnoticeable as the air itself. Sounds pretty good, huh? The new Daikin Fit. Air intelligence.
Give Home by SMCI a call today at 636-337-4444 or email them at service@homebysmci.com.
I have a question about my listing price.
Updating listing to Lizard Heights.
No, listing price.
Wizard Kites.
All right, everybody, and welcome back to our final segment of the Coach's Box. By the way, if you don't have anything to do tomorrow, get ready for Week 6 of high school football here in Missouri. You could watch On the Move with the Caravan Football Preview Show with Jim Powers tomorrow at noon or whenever you feel like it, because it's going to be on the YouTube channel, Facebook, Streamline Sports app, and you get to watch all that
for free.
For free.
Yeah.
There's one high school matchup this week that I think is going to be absolutely outstanding.
What's your matchup?
Valley Central.
Yes,
I would agree.
It's something that I think a lot of people in Southeast Missouri have really been wanting to see.
For years.
Now they're in the same conference.
Yes.
In the same division. Perfect.
Going to be interesting.
I think it's a good test for both teams.
Yes.
Valley by 14.
I don't want to throw too much out there, but there's a good chance that game's going to get discussed tomorrow, along with a lot of other really good.
I have no
games.
idea really about either team. I just know Valley's been.
I know Valley
stable.
is good and Central is good.
And so, but I'm still gonna give the edge to Valley. Valley by 14.
I don't know. I mean, Park Hills looked really good last week. Watched a little bit of that on YouTube, and wow, they didn't look impressive.
Valley dismantled St. Vincent.
What did I
week.
tell you guys?
Yes. Oh,
and they beat them worse than I said. I said it'd be 40 plus.
They beat them by 60.
Yes.
67-7.
Valley is the equivalent of when we see these scores that in basketball scores where it's like 100-2 or whatever it is. Valley could put any number that they want at any point in time this year.
On
they
most
are
teams
so
they play.
loaded
Yes.
And that's kudos to the kids and to the coaches and the
Hey,
community.
Ron, I'm gonna interrupt you. Ron, yes, I predicted Festus because I went to Festus, so I was predicting Festus. I couldn't even tell you what the score was.
A lot too little.
But I knew Hillsborough was going to win, but I was still going to promote Festus.
And speaking of
I
them,
sure as hell thought Herky was going to win last week, but I wasn't going to say that on here. And good thing I didn't.
Hillsborough, man,
they're good too.
They're good.
We got some. There's some good programs.
A lot of talent around
and
here, but
how about Crystal City?
undefeated.
Okay,
Zach's over here.
All right,
He's feeling himself a little bit.
I know what you want to say.
I don't
say it.
No,
Don't
because
say it.
we play them.
Hey,
so
I want to see that matchup.
But listen, from where they've been.
no,
where they
I've
are,
said that.
you
I
know.
said it on Facebook to some.
Yeah.
I got some friends that have kids that I went to high school with. Their kids are now going to Crystal.
Jason
great,
told.
great to see them 5-0.
Yep.
We'll see this week. They play another 5-0
Yes, they do.
team, and both teams have played a similar schedule in that if you look at the teams they've played, it's a lot of 1 and 4 teams, and so I'm interested to see what this.
Well, when you're Class 1 independent, and you got bigger schools around you too that are trying to get those points and stuff, it's gonna be hard to find those games unless you got to get on the bus and drive. And they're playing at Russellville.
Yeah, they're going to Columbia. They're leaving at like 12:30 or something.
It's
But
a long trip.
But you can't blame a program. So I know we're talking about Crystal City, but you cannot blame any program doing what they have to do to create and build because it's been years coming, right? And that's totally fine. They have to do what's best, and you can't fault them.
They would compete in the conference though this year. They would have.
I agree with that.
They would have
100%.
competed in the conference this year. I mean, they're going to give us a run for our money, if not beat us on the 9th week of the season. I think they.
Where's that game at?
It's at Crystal. They beat Bayless, who's in our conference. They would have a good game against Grandview, who we have this week. I mean, there's several. I mean, who knows? Vincent's someone they'd have to play maybe anyway in Class 1. I think. I mean, they can play with the people in our conference. I would agree, and I get why they went independent. I mean, well,
especially at that point in time,
at the point in time they were getting their tails handed to them.
They were struggling to compete.
And Coach Fox has built a good program, man, and they got their junior group is stacked. So they're going to be good next year too, and maybe a couple more years there. That I heard their freshman class is pretty decent, and I only know football from right now, and I'm interested to see what this game will be for this weekend for them.
Yeah, but here's the thing too, and again, foreshadowing a little bit, this game might be one of those matchup highlighted games, but I think the winner of this game probably gets some state ranking votes because whoever wins is going to be 6-0, and there's not.
Oh, I agree.
There's not a bunch of teams that are 6-0 in Class 1.
No, I mean how couldn't they?
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree.
I mean, they beat a bigger. What do you mean?
Well, when
you're talking about Class 1,
I know, but you already said it when it's okay.
You're still 6-0. You win the games that you're scheduled.
You just said about the schedule.
I know.
You win the games you schedule.
Yeah,
that's what you got to do.
I know.
I mean, you got Pujols hitting 21 home runs, but you're not going to put him on the playoff roster.
I never said that. Those words never came out of my mouth. Go back and rewatch the show.
That you even asked the question as asinine, though. I'm so glad.
Just trying to have banter. Just trying to be entertaining.
You're not going to ever live that down. That might be worse than fall forward.
Me just trying to get you guys to talk about a subject. Okay. Okay.
Be all
But
right.
that was the sub.
Oh, I'm just asking. Anyway,
so
anyone else in St. Louis knew the subject.
So speaking of Friday night football,
we have viewers that are out of state, and they're not robots.
That's right.
And
they are not.
All of that. They're real people, real humans.
Okay, I would think that anyone that has watched MLB this year would think Pujols is going to be on the playoff roster.
Oh, well, they'd be crazy if they didn't.
Well, speaking of Major League Baseball, I'll bring it up. I don't know if anybody else has seen this. Jason, you'd act like you did when we talked. But the pitcher for the Marlins the other night.
I'm going to look it up now.
I'm trying to remember what his name is, and I had it in my head. He's a left-handed pitcher. There's a runner on first, and he goes to pitch to Pete Alonso, I believe. They're playing the Mets. First base umpire calls a balk. So he didn't come set. He's kind of like, what? So now you got a runner on second. Goes to pitch again. So he didn't come set. Balk again.
Same umpire, right?
Same umpire.
Wow.
So he's kind of livid. He's like, what? I came set. Mattingly comes out and calms the kid down, right? He's never had a balk in a major league game. Not one time. So now you got a runner on third. Next pitch. Balk.
Oh, my.
Runner scores.
Hey, was it Hernandez?
Mattingly goes nuclear. Comes out there, and he's in everybody's face.
He doesn't care. He ain't coming back.
He ain't coming back. Hell, who cares? Who gives a rat's ass, right? But the crazy part about it is that guy, in my opinion, looked like he came set, especially the second and third time he called a balk. And look, you get called for something like that, you're going to be like very conscious about it.
Well, sure you are. Sure.
Set, pitch. You see guys who...
Did you see it? So
Yeah.
did he was set.
I believe he was set. Now, granted, somebody could argue with me because, again, perception's reality, and that's what I saw. I think he came set. And when you let other guys do all this weird crap, like step...
I hate the guys that they come set and then they go... And then they
go.
come set again.
It's like, wait a minute. To me, that would be a balk. Or what was the guy that we had just a couple years ago, last year, went to the Braves. He was a starter and a reliever. God, what was his name? But he had that weird, like, he did something very weird, too, when he was pitching. It looked like it was just it's an extra mode. I'm like, how is that not a balk?
They say if it's a part of your every pitch movement, it cannot considered a balk.
But when you bring your hands set and you go to pitch and you got to have it for just a little bit, that's all you got to have. You're not quick pitch. He didn't quick pitch the guy.
But if you do it consistently the same way every single time, even though you don't, let's say you come set twice, you come here, and then you bounce again, and then you go.
Now, how does the umpire know that's what he does?
But here's the thing, though. If Wainwright, just how he delivers his pitches, he might be real deliberate. He might try to go a little faster, depending on what he gets a feel of the game. He's like, okay, they kind of are on to me, so now I'm going to slow things down.
The rhythm.
So he dictates that. I think it's crazy. But here, the funny part was, you see a lot of the umpires. There's some older guys. This was some young dude. This was a younger guy, man. He might have been 30, maybe. And boy, Mattingly just ripped him. And then the home plate umpire. And of course, he got to go home early.
It's okay.
He'll get to go home in the offseason early too. But I talk about robot umps and just things like that. I'm just sitting here going, gosh, this is ridiculous.
It is.
So gonna get Zach over there started. He wants the old robo.
I would give robot umpires a try. Hell,
for balls and strikes.
For balls and strikes, I've seen some really bad strike zones in baseball the last 2 years.
There's been a couple series this year where I thought Marble, man, I love when he goes off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he well, you can't argue balls and strikes. No, he is. He's going to.
Oh, and he's going to tell you about it.
Yeah.
And he's going to tell you how effing terrible you are.
Multiple times.
And
It doesn't really hold back.
No, it was awesome. I'm like, man.
Jason's like, I like that guy.
I just like that he was able to do that.
Well, I like the fact that he's going to stick up for his guy. I mean, it's what you have to do. And Mattingly did what was right. He went and calmed the kid down. I'm sure he told him, just come set and pitch and be all right. And, of course, what you hate as a coach is when you tell your player that, hey, just do it. It's going to be okay. And then turn around and you get the same damn thing again. And you're just like, wait a minute. Okay, now I think it's you.
Yeah.
Now it's you. It's not my guy. It's
You're
you.
the problem.
Don't hand check.
Mm-hmm.
Don't hand check. Don't hand check. Get the stop sign.
Oh, my God. You're going to get me started. You're going to get me started.
Well, let's move on to another one then. Brett Favre.
Man.
What a class act he is right now.
Oh, my
goodness.
Favre. Going out that Brett Favre.
He just can't seem to get out of the news, can he?
Well, no.
On purpose.
Jeez Louise.
So
talk about inserting yourself into.
Go ahead, Zach. Tell everybody what Brett Favre did, because in case everybody's lived under a rock
for the last couple of years. So the state of Mississippi, it's not a county or a city. No, it's the state. And so he.
Hang on, wait a second. Hang on. Mississippi is a state. Yep. Riley, it's not just a river.
Oh, my bad.
South of us.
South.
Tunica
is in Mississippi.
It's just east of us right now. Mississippi River.
Anyways, that continue.
So he is involved. No charges as of yet, but his name is being thrown around for asking the state for funding for his home college, Southern Mississippi, okay, out in Hattiesburg. His daughter plays on the volleyball team, and he was wanting new volleyball facilities, okay? And then he was also, this goes back to Deion's son, when he was being recruited, wanted an indoor practice facility for football in hopes of trying to get that son as a recruit and other recruits. So he's asking, hey, we got to get this done. Where are we going to get the money? We got to get the money. We got to get the money. And so the allegations are being thrown around that money was coming from, which is basically called the welfare program in the state. That's not allowed for facilities. That's the welfare program. So there are a lot of people in some hot water, and we're talking about indictments and charging and
because you can't do that.
No,
it's really frowned upon.
And there's text messages coming out.
You can get in trouble for just asking, though.
Well,
I think there was more than just ask.
Once again, hold on, time out. Hold on, Chris says this to me. It's not so much what you say, but it's how you say it.
Yes.
Yeah. Over and over
and
again.
over and over and over again. You know, Brett Favre. It's not like he didn't make a lot of money when he was playing, did he?
I don't know.
Could he have donated it? I'm just throwing it out there.
I was wondering too when I heard this whole scenario. Now
use that copper. What's that copper thing?
I need that
copper fit.
Copper fit socks or whatever.
Yeah,
sell a few more of those, and you can
for
buy
your
that.
elbow, for your knees, for your ankle, maybe. I don't know.
Probably going to be for your wrists after you have those handcuffs on you, buddy.
He
go to jail for that. I mean, that's big. That's big
for
time.
asking.
Yeah. Oh
no,
no!
It's more
than
just asking.
It's how are we going to get this done? Hey, let's get this done. And all of the text messages that are coming out, because this isn't just like it happened last week. This is going back years. This is going back to 2020 and continuing. And there have been text messages, that have said, look, there is a legal way to do this. We have to do this legally to appropriate. We have to get the funds the right way legally. Okay, but when are we going to get the money? Where are we going to get the money? We need the money. We need the facilities over and over. And so it definitely doesn't shine a very bright light on.
Just advocating for his daughter.
I think it was more than advocating.
Is that a new topic we need to talk about?
That might be a plunge right here.
No.
I figure I coach enough games. I'm going to make some coaching decisions this year.
I like it. I like it.
He's going to say, hold up.
Question is right now is who's coached more games lately?
This guy.
Well, I have because it'd be illegal if
That's right.
Blair had.
That's right. It's illegal.
That's what I hear.
Yes.
It's not like we're watching over there.
Well, ain't nothing to watch with the boys' side, man. We're straight and narrow by the book.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even come close to using all my days, unlike other people.
Who you referencing there, Jason?
I don't know. Maybe I'm
other people. What do you mean, new people?
I don't know. Wasn't me.
I'm not referencing Blair here, so that only leaves one more other option here. Even if Blair was using too many days, I ain't gonna be saying it on here. More power to him. Get my daughter ready.
Ready for what? JV?
Probably JV or C team.
Oh man,
C team probably.
I just want it's a 4-game night when we're playing.
Yep,
Friday the 13th.
Okay.
Yes.
So
yes,
I want.
Well, hopefully we're in that
game.
freshman tournament again. So
okay. We'll call it a 3.5 right now.
Yeah.
I want nothing more than Jarvis being on the sideline or up right behind Blair.
No, I'm going to sit right behind the bench, baby.
Call a timeout and just say, nope, I've got it right now. Blair, I'm coaching.
I'll even do one of these. The backup timeout.
Just walk onto the floor and call your timeout. You come out of the fourth row.
You'd probably get it. You'd probably get
It's
it.
like, what's this guy doing? Oh, it's Jarvis. Okay, give him the timeout.
Probably depends on who's out there reffing.
They'll all give you that one.
Very true.
I mean, especially if I do the backup.
That's right.
What you got to do is you got to talk to the officials before the game and say, listen, if he doesn't play my kid, I'm going to be calling a timeout myself.
Just note.
And here's $5. Buy yourself something nice with that.
Oh, gosh.
Here's a soda.
Well, speaking of the Black
I'll get you a
Cats.
Happy Meal.
So speaking of the Black Cats, this is homecoming week for our Herculaneum
Yep.
Black Cats. And
So
tomorrow,
how'd that powder puff thing?
Yeah.
it was not bad. We had a powder puff game tonight. It was a
The
good
sophomores end up winning?
time. Yeah,
or
they
what?
did. 21-0.
They got some athletes in that group there, Blair.
they
Some
do.
that should be playing up on the basketball team.
How'd Jill do?
She had a reception for about 10 or 15
12
yards.
for 16,
I
150
think she
yards.
might have made more tackles tonight than Dylan has all year, but I mean, whatever.
She did make a nice tackle there in the backfield.
Dylan was watching. I don't know if he still is, but
Tomorrow night is our big homecoming parade. Starts at 6 o'clock down Joe Ackham there in Herculaneum. And
They don't do the parade Friday?
we do it on Thursday night.
Thursday night.
So that the local community can be more involved into it. And I was speaking with Joel here, Herculaneum La Pachanga, and he's going to mention that tomorrow night after the parade, he's going to be offering some food and drink specials for all the people that mentioned that they heard that on the coach's box and their Herculaneum Black Cat.
I heard it on the coach's box.
So
I heard it was like $3.99 margaritas.
I heard something about $3.99 margaritas. I'm not 100% positive on that, but you mentioned that you heard it on the coach's box, and you want some drink specials? Come on down here tomorrow night after the Herculaneum Black Cat Parade and enjoy some food.
Celebrate
and drinks.
homecoming.
That's right.
Celebrate.
That's right.
Hell, I'd celebrate. Give me some cheap drinks,
Celebrate good times.
Hey, you can come and watch Coach Jarvis on the back of a trailer driving down Joe Ackham tomorrow.
Oh, we're going to be in a Humvee, man.
Oh, so he can be the hum. So he may. Yeah, there you go.
Gotta get that
I didn't know where he was going. I didn't know where he was going with that. I just let that go.
He's sitting next to you.
That's why I said Humvee. I'm going to say I was in a Hummer. So I knew what you guys would do. I knew Chris would definitely turn
Where are you getting the
wrong.
Hummer from?
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, who's Hummer? Just asking questions.
Yeah.
I gotta be inquisitive. Isn't that what you do in class?
But then
asking questions.
Hey, just remember, go back.
raise my
There are
hand
no
next time.
stupid people, just stupid
Well,
questions.
if you're in
right?
Zach's class, you're on your phone.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Or you're watching the coach's box.
No, you're not.
Next topic.
Oh,
Next
my
topic.
God. Jeez. You are not on your phone.
Crazy.
Not now.
Who's the St. Pius the Lancers got this week?
They're going to go out to Cuba.
Out to Cuba.
The
All right.
Wildcats.
Okay.
No, we're not
by boat. By boat.
Boat. We're not broadcasting that one because
I will
That's a long
not.
haul.
not going out to Cuba.
That's a long haul.
Nope.
A real fan would be there.
I got
Rooting on their 4-1 Lancers.
Yeah.
I will not be at her homecoming on Friday night at Herculaneum. I'm going to make the trip down to Fredericktown to watch my son play in his first varsity game at DeSoto. So he's playing down to Fredericktown tomorrow or Friday night. So I'm going to make the trip down to Fredericktown for the second time this year.
Man,
But,
Mr. Black Cat not going to be at the Black Cat. You know how you
family
solve
comes
that?
first, my friend.
The dude comes to Herky and he's playing Herky and he's playing in black
Trust
and
me,
red.
if I could get him there, it would definitely happen. I can promise you that.
Not that I'm recruiting. I was just saying.
Really sounded
I
like
think
it.
I was going to say, hold on, time out.
Well,
I
I'm
mean, there's,
recruiting him. He's my son. I want him here. It'd make my life a lot easier for sure. But
Just have
But do you
just-
care?
just
But do
have-
you care about his education?
well, that's
I mean, you know the basketball coach. We can do a little swap-a-roo here. You know?
that sounds like undue influence.
I was going to say, it is recorded.
It's one thing for him to say it. It's another thing for you to say it.
I was
Boy,
saying,
what-
know the basketball coach.
yes, I do.
the January 13th game just got a lot more interesting.
This sounds a lot like some
Buddy's gonna
public
be
school,
coaching.
public
Yeah.
school little black magic.
Be
where there's
different
like,
if
oh,
we're-
I wasn't doing that.
We're talking about
necessarily.
someone's kid, so I mean, I don't really
right.
think that's undue
my own.
influence.
One of our own
It
kids.
doesn't matter if it's someone else's kid.
It does.
It just doesn't.
Obviously, it does.
Obviously.
Well, obviously it does. I mean, Dylan transferred on over to Herky, man.
Wasn't because of you, was it?
No.
No. That'd be undue influence, wouldn't it?
I guess. I don't know. Made my life a heck of a lot easier. That's what it did.
Exactly.
Made my life a heck of a lot easier.
Oh
but, you know,
gosh, yes.
yeah, you guys have Cuba. I predict Pius wins by 14 or more. Probably 21 or more. We have Grandview. And the way we're playing right now, that's probably going to be a tough one, too.
I don't know. I think you guys will bounce back.
Well,
I saw a lot of good things out of Herculaneum the other night.
Our defense has been playing pretty well.
Yes, they have. Well. Defense been playing well, and listen, if there wasn't as much laundry that was left on the field, I think the game would have. I think it would have been a better played game where you could actually see the kids have a bigger impact on the game.
I agree. Some of your best players didn't get a chance
Hold on, wait a second. You mean the kids are supposed to impact the game?
No, the guy is wearing the zebra shirt.
Oh, okay. That's weird. Hold on, wait a second. So when people go pay their money, they're not paying to see the kids play?
No, I thought those guys were the show.
Oh.
Well, they were. Listen,
Okay.
and I'm going to say, not all of our referees are like that, but that game was the worst officiated high school football game I've ever watched.
No comment.
You don't have to have a comment. It was very
really
tough to watch.
Yes, and that was the biggest problem.
Here's the problem. It wasn't because I thought they called too many penalties on St. Pius. I thought we did some really stupid stuff. There was several stupid plays. All the coaches will admit that. It's not like I'm speaking Spanish or lying about it.
We did some stupid crap too.
But there was a lot of stuff that was very inconsistent that I didn't understand, and it was on both sides, whether it was Herculaneum or whether it was St. Pius. And
when you can visibly see the players on the field, the coaches on the sideline, and the fans in the stands after every play, looking at each other and waiting in anticipation, are they going to throw a flag, or if there's a long run that gets broken or a long play, and then you don't even get to watch the end of the play. You immediately turn it back to see if there's a flag. That's a problem.
And it was happening. And the hardest thing for any fan of the game to watch that game was very tough, because if you're a fan of high school football, you want to go out and watch two teams go at it and just beat the living tar out of each other, and some kids make some special plays.
And you notice what we're talking about right now? We're not talking. There was a lot of hard hitting in that game, and there was some competitive stuff.
Yes.
But we're not talking about that because it was all overshadowed.
Yes, exactly right. And that's what I was talking about. That's why I was going to.
I mean, your guys' number 56 was. He's a freaking absolute stud.
He was an animal.
I told him after the game. Jeez. And then that picture of him with Deering after the game, I thought was pretty cool.
Pretty priceless, man. I mean, he just beat the living crap out of Deering all night long, and then at the end of the night, he's had his hand around him as they're praying at center field there. And just the biggest thing is it's that's what it's about, and that's the reason why the fans came, was to watch that, to watch those two kids go at it.
There was some hitting going on. I mean, unfortunately for you guys, you lost your quarterback because of it. And, the Irving kid came in just – hell, you didn't miss a beat hardly. And that being overshadowed, like when I listened to you guys broadcast, I was like, man, you guys were like, I could tell you were frustrated in your voice.
Sorry.
If you could have seen our faces, it would have been the same way.
It was the C,
I think one time I even said, I think we got a mile to go, and I was like, oh, I'm talking cross country talking. He's like, no, really, you do have a mile to go.
When he goes, huh? He just did that. He's trying to call the game.
The one we were second, I think we were second in 39.
Yes.
Yeah.
Second.
That's what I think I said.
Have you ever seen? Like, I looked at the scoreboard.
Actually, I have.
I have hardly ever seen something.
I've watched Grandview games. Go ahead.
Okay, well, my bad. But I'm not going to say that because we played them this week.
Well, this was back when they weren't that great.
Well, they've
been a lot better, man.
Yeah, they've been. Yeah, I mean,
no
Dave
disrespect
Dallas
to them. When I was there, there wasn't a lot of great teams.
Dave Dallas did a good job of turning that program around, and they have some confidence, which is something they used to not have.
I would agree. And you go back to Friday night football, like We talked about this last week on our show. High school football in Jefferson County and maybe even St. Francis, St. John County, Perry County, not even including anything in St. Louis, but the football down here has totally changed, in my opinion, in the last few years, where you've got a lot of equal quality teams amongst this county and in this area that I think it's fun to watch on a Friday night.
Well, you look at, if you just go Festus, Crystal, Herky, we're 3-2. Pius is 4-1. Crystal's 5-0.
Yeah.
I mean, just those three. I don't know what Jefferson's record is.
3-2.
Are they 2-3 or?
They might be 2-3. They're 2-3, I believe.
Okay, so I mean,
but you look at their history the last several years.
You look at their history. I mean,
Grandview's 2-3, I think.
Yeah, I mean, so
it's competitive football.
I mean, it's
and that's what you want as a fan, as a coach,
yeah,
as a player. You want to play in a competitive game.
We've been in every game we've played. We've been in.
You don't want to go out and beat the living tar out of somebody because ultimately you don't enjoy that.
Beat the living tar out of somebody.
But you don't enjoy that if you're a high school football player because you're probably not going to.
Are you kidding me? Yes, they do.
But listen,
you got to tell me right now.
If you're up 45-0 and you're the starting line, you're not going to play in the second half.
Come on now.
You're not going to play. If we would have beat Pius 45-0 on Friday, we would have been gosh damn happier than we were.
Come on now.
And if St. Pius would have beat Herculaneum like that,
but I do agree with you. I do agree with you. But those guys are not going to be happy because they're not on the field.
You ain't gonna rip. You ripped me for half an hour asking a question. You ain't gonna rip him.
He's an idiot.
I mean, we already know this.
Are you telling me?
Come on.
So you would rather play in a 1-point game, or I want to just whoop the tar house? I want to whoop the tar house. Somebody.
I would. I would prefer to play in a competitive game that comes down the wire.
You would fall forward.
No, that's not falling forward. Falling forward is being up 45-0 and I'm going to hand the ball off and go down on my knee. Okay, that's not
Mizzou did.
Sometimes it's okay to win 45-0.
They were up 45-0.
I didn't say it, but if I'm a high school athlete, I enjoy the competitive close game down to the wire.
And I enjoy beating somebody by a mercy. If I'm telling you, because when we used to beat Lesterville and all those schools,
if you went to all the kids on our team and said, would you rather beat Pius 30-0 or had the game you just had? Well,
they're going to say that. They're going to say, I'm going to win 30-0. But I'm just saying if they
I'm sure Pius would have rather beat us 35-6 than to 13.
So Valley Catholic, all those times when their starters get pulled basically at the end of the first quarter, and they got their third string in by the time halftime comes around.
No, they don't.
They don't do that.
They don't do that.
Well, they used to kind of do that.
No, they didn't do that. No.
But do they enjoy that? I guarantee
you. Yes. Because they're going to win a state championship.
They enjoy that on November, whatever day that state championship.
They're enjoying it.
Hold on. Now, I do think that Valley has been better at that. But when you're getting those second teamers and third teamers in the second half, you're building your program.
Sure you are.
I mean,
and you're resting your guys so they don't get hurt.
So when they do have that competitive game,
bingo. And other teams maybe are beat up from playing all those
competitive games. Because right now we're kind of. I'm sure Pius is feeling it.
Yeah,
and we're feeling it. We're both kind of beat up right now.
Well, you should be everybody should be a little banged up after that game. Both sides hit hard, and I love hard hitting football.
Oh yeah, it's great.
I mean, I don't think you should.
I don't like it illegally.
I don't like illegal hits, and I don't like late hits on any quarterback. I got to give a lot of credit to Jackson, though. Boy, I'll tell you what, I was impressed with at least that toughness, man, because Moises was after him all night, and
there were a lot of hurries,
and he wasn't the only. I mean, you had him, you had my son. My son was limping around. You had he had a bruise on his knee. I mean, he took a helmet to the knee on that one pass he caught, and I mean, it was just hard hitting football.
Yeah, he got up limping a little bit, but he's hung in there. That's like I said, Dylan's tough.
But there was a lot of kids. Your quarterback, he took some licks too, man, and kept going. And then you brought in the next guy, and he was taking. I mean, it was a fun hitting game.
And if it would have just been. Just let them play
more of a flow.
It had the flow. I mean, look, if there's a penalty, you got to call it, but
I think the outcome would have been different. I think it would have probably been a little bit higher scoring.
Well, yeah, because teams were moving forward and then you move back.
Yeah.
No, it's 2 steps.
Well, I kept saying 1 step forward and 2 steps
steps
back
back.
the whole time.
We didn't have a streak of plays until the second half.
Like 3 plays without
Three
a
plays
flag.
without
Well,
a flag.
the first quarter.
First quarter went
First
well.
quarter was,
No.
but then towards the midway point of the first quarter,
We
about
started
about
counting.
the time our broadcast came on,
Yes.
all of a sudden it was flag heavy.
And
It was. I watched the broadcast as soon as I got home after watching it.
Jason watched a broadcast.
Yeah, I watched the whole
He's
game.
starting to watch the show.
I was up till like 3 a.m. watching the dang show.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I mean, I didn't get home from film until midnight, and then I was like, I'm watching the broadcast. I want to see what the boys did.
You know, hey, be honest, Jason. I mean, because you're blunt and you don't care to tell us when we suck. How was the broadcast? Did it have good value?
It had fantastic value, and it wasn't behind any paywall, and it was free.
And you know what? At least 1,000 people who
And I
might or
think-
might not be fake watched it.
And I think it was on multiple outlets.
Yes, it was.
And I think all those outlets were.
and they're still free if you would like to go back and watch.
And if you want to go back and watch, listen to us.
You want to listen to some entertainment because it was.
yeah.
I mean, there's a couple times that these two were cracking me up, man.
And we might have heard some commentary on the side.
Dude, I could hear Tilden during the broadcast most of the time.
You can always hear Tilden.
And you probably could have heard Sobel a few times. But
Hold on. You hear that beeping sound? That's Jarvis backing up the bus. Backing up the bus on the guys.
So speaking of assistant coaches and being vocal and a little wild, not you.
Okay,
you don't ever do anything like that.
Never.
He never
So
yells.
what I'm getting at is the Buffalo Bills lost a very close
oh my
game
God, that was hilarious!
to Miami. And when you said that, I was like,
there's Chris Miller.
Yeah, the group chat lights up. It's like, wow, that's something Miller would do. The assistant coach or the offensive coordinator from the Bills, as soon as the game's over, takes his headset off. They got the camera on him. It's live, and he just has an absolute conniption fit.
But he just beat the shit out of that computer.
He did. I did.
What was hilarious?
Papers, whatever.
His headphones, the binders,
Headset.
and he was keeping on. He was going and going and going, and then finally you just see a hand cover up the camera.
Slide that hand across there. It's like, oh man, that's
Probably
That was raw emotion because
Well,
that
definitely.
dude, he shouldn't have. He tried to dip. He should have ran straight to the sideline. If he didn't do that little step back dip, I think he gets out of bounds. They have enough time to kick the field goal.
Yeah.
But he tried to dip to get outside of it. He should have just ran straight to the sideline.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man, that dude lost it.
Yeah, he did.
And in that moment, as I was watching, I go, I have felt like you before.
So here's the thing.
Like, I have totally felt like
And
that.
that clipboard under the arm was probably getting ready to do the same
Well,
thing.
I have never done anything like that.
Right.
I saw it
Hold on.
live stream.
Hold on.
What did I do that I did that?
Well, I
Okay, look.
My bad. I didn't see it. I
You
just heard
heard
it.
I've been
Sounds
pissed
like
before.
a gun went off.
I was there.
I slammed the clipboard
Hold on,
down.
no. Which game are we referring? Are we saying
about
last year
Afton.
or 2 years ago with the Hulk smash?
Hulk smash floor.
Okay, I slapped the floor.
I think Herky has another couple dents in the floor.
I slapped the floor. I took a clipboard and I slammed it on a chair. I never did do anything like that. That's just losing it completely.
Oh, he lost it, man. I was going.
He lost it.
I was sitting there
The
going,
only thing is,
man, I wish.
hey,
I
there
understand.
there was no Vaseline needed in that one, though.
Oh my God! Is Mr. Underwood watching?
Could be. You know.
I mean that. Totally.
You can relate.
I totally had empathy for him.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
Coach Jarvis had empathy.
You coach up guys like, listen, you're in that situation, run out of bounds. You're right, 100% right. Just get out of bounds. No, got to do a little extra. No time. So I'm sure he
Gotta
was
do a little
pissed
extra.
off about
Dude,
it.
he was. Wow.
Yeah, he took it to another level.
I liked it.
I did too.
I enjoyed every
I love
bit
the
of it.
I
emotion.
think it's great. It's just you just got to think.
Well,
You're forever a GIF. You know, 'cause
Oh, yeah.
the internet is not going to get
Well,
you.
and it's just, you know what?
I gotta
Like
find
the
that.
normal casual person watching that game has no idea the time that man has spent maybe away from his family and all that stuff.
Well, that sounds like high school coaches.
But I mean,
right?
well, dude, those guys.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying.
College off.
I mean,
I'm
but
just saying.
I'm sitting there going, when it all was done, I looked at, I think it might have been my wife or Dylan or one of them. I was like, dude, I've totally wanted to do that. Like, I've totally felt that.
Yes. You just couldn't put yourself in that position to do that, but you felt it. Like, man,
behind closed doors, maybe.
Yeah, but sure. And then that's the thing that people don't realize as a coach. That's passion right there. Everything that he did was passionate.
Who was it? I forget his name. I
remember
can't remember it either. It's making me angry.
Because he's extremely passionate about his program, about his kids, and about winning. And that's the thing that people don't realize is a part about being a coach. Like, man, none of us like to lose, but
you don't
also,
get into coaching,
and we don't want to impact. And that guy was probably told 100 times to do that, but in that moment, he didn't do it, and he was ticked off. So it's just the whole point of it is like
he's looking it up right now.
Boop, covered it.
But it's very it's just to make a big time understanding of what passion coaches have.
It was Ken Dorsey. Ex-quarterback.
Right.
Yes.
Miami quarterback.
Yes.
Hey, he was a real deal, man, in college.
Well,
he played for the Niners, didn't he? And some other, he was not good.
Well, he should have had 2 national championships, but
Ohio State.
some four-eyed loser.
Hold on, once again,
in the
another,
back of the
another
end zone
zebra.
throws a pass interference penalty at the end of the stupid game.
Loser.
Yep.
Four-eyed loser.
Yeah, there's a bunch.
I hate that because number one, I have to listen to all those stinking Ohio State fans. Whoa!
You look it up if you search it. There's so much stuff like why Sean McDermott loved Ken Dorsey's post-game meltdown. I'm human is what Ken Dorsey said. Buffalo Bills psychopath coach Ken Dorsey meltdown. I mean, Tom Brady emphasizes with Bills coach. I mean, everyone that saw that has played in a competitive sport in their entire life knew what he felt.
Oh, absolutely.
What's really great is the little hand.
The little hand. I just watched it again. It was great. The hand just goes.
That's so awesome. Well, that's a wrap for us. Appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. Don't forget, tomorrow we have our football preview show on the move with the Caravan, Week 6 with Jim Powers.
And by the way, I've watched every episode of that too, sir.
Man, look at you go.
Now, I haven't watched it at noon because I'm in the middle of molding the minds of the future at that time.
Okay.
But
that's
actually,
good.
I'm at lunch at that time, so I do watch it. But
my bad.
And speaking of tomorrow night as well, if you're out and about and you're enjoying some Herculaneum Homecoming Parade and you want to come out to Herculaneum La Pachanga afterwards, Joel and his crew here will be offering some food and drink specials. If you mentioned that you heard it,
even if you don't to the parade, say you were.
You said I heard it on the coach's box that you had some food and drink specials tomorrow night. So if you do have that, please come out and support Joel.
And support these people down at La Pachanga. Great family, great people.
Yeah,
Yes.
get down here and get some
good food.
Brothers Pizza.
Yes. Oh, Brothers Pizza's good.
Quesadillas.
I agree.
I've been eating the tacos because it's cheap.
Hey,
I'm cheap.
There we go. Hey, thanks to Tony.
Yeah, Tony Teague.
Thank you.
Pujols hitting 20 home runs this year. He pays up on his bet.
How much you think we can get for these autograph Happy Meal?
Hey, every single one of them look a little different, so I'm good with that.
It's all right by me, right?
How many teas have you had? That's why it looks different.
He's drinking lemonade.
Okay, sorry, lemonade.
Well, this has been another episode of the Coach's Box. Tune in next week. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for On the Move with the Caravan. And you know what? There's a chance that we might add a special broadcast next week of high school sports.
Hey.
We're working on it.
Whoa.
Watch out.
There's a hint. We'll have an announcement if we do. So thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you all.
I bet it has something to do with the X, but go ahead.
Well, yeah, but
we'll be surprised together.
No, sorry. Get over it. Anyway, see you guys later.